High Court has ordered the salary of Enoch Burke to be paid directly to Wilson's Hospital School, as he still owes them €15,000 in damages. The judge said that he also may yet consider certain Burke family cars which were used to drive Mr. Burke onto the Westmead school grounds sequestered to the state. So there's a question of a sequestration order against certain motor vehicles belonging to the Burke family used to ferry Enoch Burke to Wilson's Hospital School. The judge said that it's not necessary to do so now as he's in prison again, but the judge said the court will consider it again at a later date should it prove necessary. The judge was giving a second judgment there today in relation to outstanding matters since he ordered the immediate jailing of Mr. Burke for his continuing contempt by turning up at the school again. This reporting is from the Irish Times. Enoch Burke was detained by Gardaí this week, brought directly to Mountjoy Prison, making it his fourth time in prison in the last 3 years for the same breach. He has also racked up more than €225,000 in daily fines for the breach. He claims he's in prison for refusing to endorse transgenderism, as he calls it, as a teacher in Wilson's Hospital School, from which he was suspended 3 years ago, and a final hearing over his dismissal awaits the outcome of a further legal challenge. So just to be clear, he was actually dismissed in January 2023, effective April 23, but he does have an appeal which has to be dealt with yet. In the meantime, his salary continues to be paid by the Department of Education pending the outcome of the appeal, but the money is actually going to the state because he continued to turn up at the school, and it's going to the state in respect of the fines imposed by the High Court. But now €15,000 in damages was owed to Wilson's Hospital School, so that has been ordered to be paid directly to the school by the judge. The judge told him he was not in prison for his views on, quote, transgenderism, but must, in order to purge his contempt, give an undertaking not to trespass on the school again. So the judge is clear in his view there. He must give an undertaking not to trespass on the school again. The judge said that he does not have to give any undertaking that he will follow the school principal's direction to call a child they or them. He does not have to accept transgenderism. He does not have to stop protesting against transgenderism and does not have to change his religious beliefs one iota, the judge said. The idea Enoch Burke was in prison because of his religious beliefs, as he has claimed, was nonsense, the judge said. Mr. Burke is being imprisoned because he is trespassing on other people's property, no more, no less. Mr. Burke appeared in court on Friday from Mountjoy Prison via video link. Before the link could be established, the judge noticed that his brother Dr. Isaac Burke and his father Sean Burke were in the courtroom. The judge told Dr. Burke he'd have to leave as he had no right of audience before the court, and reminded him that Gardaí have had to remove him and other members of his family previously for disruptive conduct. Dr. Burke said there was no basis for him to be removed as his brother had not been produced in person. He had no advocate, and he, Dr. Isaac, was there to produce documents. The judge rose while Gardaí removed both him and his father from the courtroom. Later, via video link, Enoch Burke said he had a preliminary application to make in relation to his appearance in court. He said he was given to understand by the prison authorities on Thursday that he would be brought to court in prison, or in person rather, he said, but he found that Rosemary Mallon, the barrister for the school, had applied to the court on Thursday to have a video link production, which meant he was not in the body of the court and he was deprived of his legal files. This was, he said, to, quote, gratify the whim of my adversary, and he wanted an explanation for it. Miss Mallon said no good deed goes unpunished. The school solicitors had sought to clarify from the court whether Mr. Burke would need to be produced for the hearing of Friday's judgment, given that he had since been arrested and brought to prison. They were told by the court service they would have to make such an application. Mr. Burke said that explanation did not stand up to scrutiny as he was not notified. The judge said no criticism could be levelled at Miss Mallon BL. Mr. Burke did not understand the nature of ex parte applications, that is, where only one side is represented in court, he said. When Mr. Burke continued to complain that the truth was not being told by Miss Mallon or the court, the judge told him, I am not going to take any lectures from you on honesty. The judge also said he did not know how Mr. Burke had been notified he would be produced in court on Friday, when the only order that had been made was that he be brought in on December the 18th. He said he intended to read his judgment on the outstanding matters and would adjourn any applications to next Wednesday, when Mr. Burke could be produced in person. Mr. Burke's audio was then muted by order of the judge. When it was unmuted after the judgment was read, he continued to protest that he was in prison over his transgender views, and the court then moved on to the next case. So that's the latest there from the Enoch Burke, long-running Enoch Burke and Wilson's Hospital School situation, and the reporting here is from the Irish Times.